simple approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here in the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection you get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it would deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath, you will sweat but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent. Completely deodorize the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I don't have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child is scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins.
Records over 1,000 COVID-19 cases. Floodwaters damaged property in southeast Trinidad on the weekend. And overseas, Prime Minister of Jamaica suspend political campaigning. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. Our major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
So welcome back. Story in the Express this morning. Schools get computer boost. DHL last Thursday donated and delivered 56 laptops and 37 desktop computers and monitors to several educational institutes in Trinidad and Tobago through its DHL Helping Learners program. The decommissioned, refurbished computer equipment was provided at no cost to underserved schools with the goal of ensuring underprivileged pupils receive a quality education. Several organizations benefiting from the donation included the Santa Dharma Mahasabha, which runs over 50 schools and is headquartered in Tunapuna, Teresa's Center for Education, Port of Spain, and Marian House, Port of Spain. Andrea Davis, country manager of DHL Express Trinidad and Tobago, said it's an honor to support the people of Trinidad and Tobago as well as to help local students achieve their full potential in today's digital world. Now more than ever, we must support the future of digital studies to close the educational gap between privileged children and those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Our DHL Helping Learners program is creating a whole new avenue for our mission of environmental sustainability while furthering the education and employee involvement in Christine Nashik, CEO of DHL Express Caribbean. Children around the world need access to online education to succeed in the 21st century. Digital literacy is essential and will unlock technology skills for future employment. The International Express Services provider, which employs 380,000 personnel in more than 220 countries and territories worldwide, delivered and installed computer equipment at several Caribbean locations, including the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, Jamaica, as well as Argentina, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Mexico, Nicaragua, Paraguay, and Peru. DHL Helping Learners program is aligned with both the DHL Go Teach initiative, which has the goal of improving educational opportunity and employability of young people, and the DHL Go Green initiative, which encourages sustainability and waste reduction through the reuse of computers and related equipment. Eligible schools, educational institutions, and non-profit organizations may apply for donated equipment through the DHL Helping Learners program. Organizations interested in learning more about the program and wish to be considered for donations may apply by visiting www.dhl-usa.com/DHL Helping Learners. So a bit of positivity amongst all the negative energy, eh? So my lines are open. You can call me up. It's Monday morning in TNT in the world. 3420081 478-0595. If you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, 718-874-3860. Oh, and a pleasant good morning, Tobago. I understand that you are locked on, so that's very good. Remember to check us out live on Facebook, Street 919 FM. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, morning.
Mother, good morning. Mother in Tobago and Mr. Land. Mr. Landy give a man the roof man. Well, I see Marshall take the roof man or taking the roof man some legal action. But Bruce Wayne, I want to ask a question and I want you to understand something. DHL give away computers. And we are supposed to give these computers, or they are supposed to give these computers to depressed schools and communities. But one of the first people that they give to the Mahasabha organization, and they tell you they have 50 schools.
Yeah.
That's what you read there?
Yes.
Right. But here the story they tell us. Lavantil and Mova is the most depressed communities in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So how come DHL, DHL, what method DHL use if the rumors that most of these PLM or risk areas is the depressed areas, so you expect the schools to be under the same pressure, right? So what method did DHL use in order to end up giving it to the Mahasabha Association first instead of the people in Lavanti and all these places that the same Mahasabha people complaining that ignorant, illiterate, and uneducated? You understand my point, sir?
Yeah.
So therefore, while
reading the story, the same thing was going through my mind. And then further in the story now, they were saying that you could apply.
Yeah.
So therefore,
we not as backward and as those that are educated as they claim us to be. Because the first people who get it is the people who are supposed to be bright. Bruce Wayne, enjoy your morning, my brother.
You too, my friend. Take care.
Thank you.
Three 4720081 478-0595 718-874-3860. Where everybody always sleeping this morning? Like how to play music or what? Let me know, you know. Sharo, morning, darling. Hope you feel a little better later on today. Caller, good morning. Hi, good morning, and how are you this morning? Yes. Yes. So true. Thank you. Yes, my dear. Take care. We're not taking this thing serious at all. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning again to my brother, the strain. Yeah,
Morning.
just now there wasn't hearing Carol, and Carol was talking just now.
Yeah, I know
So
we
you
realize
hardly
what
hear
happened there.
anything she was saying. But I hear you read out the schools and the naming the Mahasabha. I thought the Mahasabha is the school that does have the top. When they have exam, they just make the top. In everything, they are top. So how they become the first school? You see, the people in this country feel that one side of the people is smarter than the next. That's the whole problem in this country, you know. And there's some you could fool, have them under your feet, you understand? And some is above. But it is not so. And what is I really want to say? Tomorrow they say the opposition leader will be swimming. I wonder if they take good observation about she and Gopi Singh and all of them. Then all of them was together. And if all of them have to get test before they go to the president. Because I know they are reckless set of people, and before they get into the parliament, make sure that they test each and every one of them and have to enter in there. Because remember, Kamala said she wanted the border open.
Yeah.
She will open the border long she gets in there. She will open the border. And she did not get in to open the border. And even she had 1,000, already over 1,000. So if she had to get in there and open the border, that would be the hellhole we have been living in Trinidad. But I'm asking them that make sure that these people get tested. They are reckless. They don't care. Long they are there, if they get a chance, they inspect the president, they inspect the prime minister, they inspect all parliamentarians, they'll do it. I'm not denying that. That's the type of person that they are. Have a blessed morning.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yes, sorry about that. I was just checking a few things, making sure everything is okay now. So I think we're supposed to be good Right. So we continue to take your calls 3420081 4780595. If you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, 718-874-3860. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hi, morning. How are you this morning?
Whoever he is, good morning. Bruce, we right here. I don't know why you just think we're not here. We right here.
I had to make sure.
Calling and the car and picking the call.
I had to make sure.
Right here. Yes, right here with you. We ain't going nowhere.
Nice.
Bruce, you see that situation with the laptops and those kind of things? That is why the government's supposed to start in places where needed most. Because I always say the playing field in Trinidad is not even, It's not an even playing. It's not an even playing field. So the government can't go across the board and say, well, not everybody need. And you have to start in the areas where needed most first. Because some people could afford some areas in the society could afford these things, and it makes no sense you're giving something to somebody who could afford it. You give to people who can't afford. So I think that is where the government needs to start. Whoever they price, that private entity start wherever they want to, but the government needs to start where it is needed most. So I looked on this, and people still not adhering to this. Some people think COVID-19 is not real still,
There's something wrong with them.
They hear, and some people think that it's not a real thing. They cannot be thinking that it's a real thing or knowing that it's a real thing and doing the things that they keep doing here in Trinidad. I think the government needs to put out some of those mini films with people on respirator and get some film showing you how people can't even breathe, catching the tail to pull a breath. I think we need to see some of those little films or documentaries, and then people are going to understand, because I don't think everybody seeing and feeling that this is a real thing. Have a good day, Bruce. We're right here listening.
All right, take care.
Right.
We need to take it serious because it is very, very serious. Caller, good morning.
Yes, Lucien, good morning again. It's me.
Yes, my dear. Morning.
I want to encourage Trinidad and Tobago. We are going through a pandemic. It's a virus. Yes, there are people that are really absent-minded and doing what they want, but that doesn't say that we who are careful and cautious cannot be caught in that web.
Yeah.
You might be going down the road to do a business and you take a wrong taxi. Or you take a taxi that there is somebody infected in the taxi. This is why I put on my mask even in the taxi and do less talking. Because you see, people who are fallen victim, everybody was not careless, Some people in innocence have company with somebody else and they may be infected. Some people, they might have grandchildren or children in the house and they get infected. This doesn't say that the patients were careless, all of them. Some were careless, some came from the drinking places and all of that, but not everybody. And I want to say this morning, just how we prayed through the election, we have to pray through this virus. You see, bitterness and anger, they have no place in this now. All we have to do now is to ask God to have mercy and that this virus will somehow see something will happen, that we will not lose lives. Because there are 14 lives, there are 14 families in grief. We don't know where it will come. We don't know if it will come in our community. People, please, take a breath, take a deep breath. And when you want to say something, listen how you will feel and how it will come across with you. And then you will know if it's right to say. I sat here this morning and I find when we wake, some people are so angry from early. The election is over. We are facing a pandemic. We are facing something, a crisis that could take half of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us ask God for mercy. Let us ask God for the frontline people to be safe, because we depend on them. We depend on the prison officers, the police officers, and everybody. So have a blessed morning. I ain't calling in again, but I want to say this morning, God is God, and the work He starts, He's able to complete it. People just send a prayer to God, and something will happen. Be careful. Encourage your family. Encourage those around you. If somebody come to visit you, have your mask, then make sure you have the mask. If they have never come for a long while, don't entertain them. Stand by the gate, speak to them, and have a nice morning. Love you all. People, let us be careful with what we say. Let us be careful in how we brand people. Right? Have a nice morning. Sharon, have a nice day.
Thank you. Well said. Caller, good morning. Hello. Caller. I'm not hearing. Probably lost it. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, pleasant morning, Bruce.
Yeah, man, morning,
this
morning.
This is Singh here.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I can tell, but Bruce, they're leaving the laptop to them children again.
No, well, I'm not sure how they're doing it. I want to believe that what they're doing, actually, the equipment stays at the school.
Thank you very much, because they see them the children advanced already, and that's some children real advanced already, and that's I know.
Yeah, I think what is happening is it's staying at the school.
Leave it in the school with the principal, and when it's time to use it, they bring it out, and then they do something to see everybody write their name. And when they write their name now, who was lend of the Lamport that same day, that makes and do a journal inspection on that laptop. So when they're taking it back down to store it back in the room, you know it had no scratch, and it wasn't interfered to go in a next direction.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Because sometimes the teacher could go in the toilet and come back, and they say so they put it on the Facebook and all kind of thing. So that make sure do a journal inspection when they give it to them for the 8 hours. That make sure and do a journal inspection. This is not a leading class, and take down the name when they give it, so they can't do nothing in it.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day, Bruce.
You too, man. Take care. Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey, Jen. Morning. How you doing?
Okay, how's that going?
You doing good, man.
All right. Morning, Miss Felix. Hope you're listening. Morning to all the 91.9 male and female warriors. Mr. Chancellor Guru. And special morning to Mother Tanapuna this morning. I am thinking about you, darling, and everything is going to be okay. We will rally with you with whatever you're going through. Bruce, you see me, this is my opinion now. You see, when you spoke about people not taking COVID-19 seriously, my opinion is this. Had the opposition leader stood up with the government and the CMO and the health officials and Ministry of Health in saying that, yes, this is serious and we have to follow the guidelines. Because remember, the opposition leader says that she's in charge of 18 constituencies. She has her followers there, her supporters, her diehards, who like she's the god to them. And if she is sane, and she has her doctor, Farouk Khan, saying that you don't need to wear no face mask, let everybody get infected, open the borders, you'll get get the antibodies. You have in Parliament they standing and talking about punching and lying. They make this thing unreal to their supporters and people who may not have believed it. They would have reinforced people not to believe that this thing is serious. So I put that blame squarely, in my opinion, on the opposition leader and her party for the way people are behaving, some people, because they never told us and they never told the supporters how serious this is. We saw them in the campaign, even while they're walking. Dr. Khan is saying, no need to put on a face mask. You see Dr. Gopi Singh in a picture, no face mask on, everybody laughing, smiling all day, while PNM was telling, and Dr. Rowley telling the supporters, put on your face mask, social distancing, 25 in a group, make sure you do it. They were not doing that. And she said they're in charge of 18 constituencies. So they are to blame today, in my opinion, for people not taking this serious and for what we have in. And then we have report that Dr. Tim Gopisen went to several hospitals and institutions when he knew that he had COVID-19 and were intermingling. You must know as a doctor, once you enter, doctors will come to you, nurses will come to you, and you have COVID-19 and you do it. So I am saying, in my opinion, when it comes to COVID-19, I put it at their feet. You see how that girl, Vandana Mohit, talk about karma? You ain't even get swaying yet and talking nonsense about COVID turn on PNM and it's karma. Young lady, little girl, know what you're saying. Because if you're making that statement, I think you should make it the next way around. Because it's all you who have encouraged people not to follow the CMO guideline. And you have people like Ian Allen on the TV talking about if he can't stand up for people like Nafisa Mohammed. He's standing up in defense of Trinidad and Tobago, not he. All of we is the CMO people. All of we see people. So when you get those kind of rhetoric from them on that side, that's why people behaving like that. And when it comes to the computer, I agree with Karen. It's about equity. The government has to share this thing with equity. You can't just give who already have and who, because they would have told us.
No, remember, it wasn't the government that gave this
out. No, I'm not talking about, I know this is a private thing. I'm saying no. When laptops are being, when the government starts to roll out data, it should be done with equity. I'm not saying that what happened is the government. I'm just saying any programs or anything that is happening now where our children are concerned, equity is most important. Because the Indian community would have boasted us that they are the brightest and we don't see. Because Kamla Patel says again, say, all the don't see children is PNM children. And the assumption is PNM is a black party, so it's African children who don't see. So anything this government is doing, based on what the advice that we have gotten from the opposition leader that we children don't see, the government must take note of that and make sure that the don't see PNM children, that we get everything so we could come up to par with the bright Indian children who come up with that Professor Say, who's the opposition leader. She would have said they're brighter than us. So I think any program that the government is having where our children are concerned, our African children, it must be done with equity. Because they already said that we don't see, we lazy, we're not achieving nothing, we're not good in business, anything. Our opposition leader who is in charge of 18 constituencies said that about African people. So when this government is doing anything where African people is concerned, we want equity because it's obvious based on what they're saying that we don't amount to anything. So this government will make sure African people amount to something. And to Watson Drew, before I go, that is the level of intelligence that Watson Drew have. That is why up to now, public officers can't get a settlement of their arrears from since the last time we had was 2013. Because if you use people's song and use it at your benefit, at all the permission, and imputing that when they made the song was based on the things you're talking about, and now you get a lawyer letter and talking about you want to sue them because they say you use the song, it shows you the stupidity of the individual that we deal with. His thinking is not conducive for any progress to anybody. So again, public officers, you all know we never had an election since 2017. This man sits there, he retired, he gets money, he's still getting a monthly salary, and he's the one supposed to negotiate for we. People get real, public officers get real. Bruce, thank you so much, and everybody again, good morning.
Thank you, Jen. I don't know if Mr. Duke understands how copyright works. Caller? Yes, I'm not sure if he understands how copyright works, but I know he'll get the necessary information. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Archer?
How are you this morning?
I did cool, man.
I do hope everybody okay for you.
Yeah, man, everybody doing good.
And brother, try to keep safe, with what's going on now.
Yeah.
Sharon, good morning wherever you are this morning. Mommy Sauce, Dr. Keith Rowley and your wife, your family, Mr. and Mrs. Bridges, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson Penny, all Trinidad and Lucy, I ask you a question. what do you think the government, or what do you think Trinidad and Tobago should do about Dr. Gopi? What do you feel should be the penalty for Dr. Gopi? Knowing you're a doctor, you're a respectable doctor, so to speak. You know to yourself, as far as I read and I hear, I heard and so on. You experience, you know that you have the symptoms of the COVID. You go from institution to institution. You go from pillar to post. All about to go. You know that once you go as a doctor, a mechanic break down on the road and other mechanic parts will stop to assist the mechanic.
Yes.
You know
true.
that for yourself. You leave, you go to one institution. That means you check that institution, you go to the other, you go to this, you go to that. And today, they have an outbreak. And they're telling you one person who are infected could infect over 800 people. I want to know what is the penalty. We must put some penalty in place so people know who have the experience that you have the COVID and go and spread it. We must put something in place. And Dr. Gopi Singh, you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. You was a minister. You are a doctor. Oh God. I feel the government should put that down as a criminal act.
Yeah.
And do something about that. Morning, everybody.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, President, good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Hey, morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. They're looking for scapegoats. Judging from the statement made by the new MP from Chaguanas was the mayor. If a scapegoat is looking for, then it has no one that suit that profile more than the UNC, its representatives, and a lot of its supporters. Because they did everything to upset the government and the medical authorities from ensuring that we keep this virus at bay. So when you're talking about karma, it says a lot about your mentality and your intelligence. And if it says karma, we're trying to say good for the people because the vote back the PNM as the government of Trinidad. That's what you're trying to tell the people. I mean, the UNC is a party that people only vote for them because they like them. You know? If any time people start to deal with the issues, they will never ever support people like the UNC. I thought they were saying about Dr. Tim Gopi Singh. I ain't hear it in the news, and I ain't want to spread no rumors. But someone was telling me yesterday evening that they heard a report that the opposition leader also has the virus. I don't know how true that is. Right? And, hello?
Yeah, right here. Go ahead.
I ain't hear a researcher a long time. What's going on with him?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
All right, something else I to say again is about, I think we have to handle this thing in a mature way.
Yeah.
And I find it very, very strange that we had 114, 116 cases for months. And all of a sudden, we passed 1,000, 6 more people dead, and people still talking crap in this country. Some of them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Take care. Caller, good morning. Did I lose the caller? Okay, I guess I did. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Hey, my brother. How are you this morning?
Well, it's good to be in the land of the living. You know, God is always the boss.
Yeah, man.
Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the titans of democracy. Bruce, let us not change the spot. They start again. They can't help that. It's so there is. But they can do what they want. Jump high, jump low. I hope they go to Spain, they keep the distance. And this time they wear masks. Lockdown as usual, my brother.
Yeah, man.
You have a safe and blessed day.
You too, man.
Hope Sharon is all right, too.
Yeah.
Oi, mano. Take care, friend. Take care. Oh, God.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
This is not about things like the African man, the Indian man, the Spanish man. This is about obedience. You understand? Everything begins and ends with God. And everything starts and finishes with we with us. We are finishers. You understand?
Yeah.
And we're not being obedient. If you watch what's going on, everybody run behind money. You know, the opposition leader giving out money and everybody running behind it, and they never give thanks. They never give thanks to the Prime Minister for what he did. You understand? To keep along that pandemic, that plague. You understand? People talking about the second coming of Jesus. This is what they call the coming of Jesus, because God is separating people here right now. You understand? But it have to be sacrificed. You understand? Not only bad ones going, but good ones will have to be sacrificed because we have to put one another burden. You understand? Everybody started to pray and think it was the lockdown. As the place open up, everybody started run and party and do this and do that. They're not obedient. And this is a sign. We have to understand from the Almighty Father, everything begins and ends with Him. And they never give thanks, so we'll taste the garment of His wrath. This is a very serious thing. You understand? People started running down the idol worshippers. You see the house right now with us building, the arguing. It comes as though Nimrod was building a tower, and the different language right now, the UNC house arguing with one another. You understand? You see the activists and them arguing with one another too. This is a very serious thing. You're just watching it from on the ground. You have to watch this thing spiritually. This is not happening to one country or two countries. Right now, the earth only producing food and medicine. You understand? Nothing is selling because nobody has no money. Everything locked down. Or the economy, everybody's economy low. You understand? People closing down the stores. Vanity, material things. You have to get away from that. Everybody started run along the opposition leader when they're supposed to be backing that man, Dr. T. Christopher Rowley, who uses wisdom and his knowledge and put things together for we to survive. Right now, it's a serious thing. Who finished first will die last. My friend, have a good day.
You too, my friend. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you again, Brucey.
Morning.
Bruce, my family and we believe in the power of prayer. When we have issues, Bruce, we go down in serious prayer and fast. But let me tell you, prayer without work is dead. You understand? We could pray till thy kingdom come and a gentleman called it, and not obedient to what is being asked of us is a waste of time. Right? Because, oh God, there's something that's going to just slip my mind, So we believe in the power of prayer. Without prayer, a lot of us, especially on my family side, we had issues to deal with. And boy, we watch God work. I believe in that. But this time around, with this pandemic, you have all kind of people here. And we have to, what I want to tell you was, obey. Our Bible talk about obey and live, disobey and die. You understand? And I have known the same people fall in prey, elderly, fall in prey to this pandemic, to this virus. It's nothing to play with. It's serious. So prayer without works is dead. Okay? So thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Remember, coming up at the top of the hour, we have our national newscast. But we continue to take your calls. And people, we need to take this thing serious. This thing is very, very serious. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Bruce.
Morning. You hear me?
Yeah, my lady. Yes. Sharon, good morning, wherever she is. So, please, and morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Bruce, boy, I listened to a gentleman, the caller before this last one, and it's really true. I listened to him talking, and I take a lot of what he's saying. But Mr. Bruce, I told you someday last week I passed through Manjalina to go Mearu to visit a friend. But Bruce, right before Dr. Rowley made the last determination of what should go on, I think he was the Saturday for it to close down the Monday. And Bruce, from Mearu, as I tell you, to Manzalina, Bruce, you couldn't stick a pin. Bruce, everybody with music, truck, everybody. And outside they are no mass, Bruce. Outside they are no mass with nobody, because that you talking about on the beach. And man having a good time, You understand? Now, they're just not adhering to what people put there for them. We're trying to see them. You don't want to go to court to pass a law to save your own life. You're going to court to pass a law to save your own life. Somebody tell you do so and so. You go in and put in a man. You want to between 16 and 17 cases in a court against the chief medical officer and the Ministry of Health for our own safety. You could tell me what sort of madness is that? When you go to a doctor tell you use this medication and use that. It's either you use it or you say no, I'm not using it, and I go and get somebody else to give me a different medication for the illness. But that is the platform that we lay down from World Health Organization. Use this, use the distancing, use masks, wear it whether outside or inside, and all these things, and sanitize your hands as regular as possible and clean your knobs and all these kind of things. Well, you may not be able to complete the whole 100 thing, but you do the essential things to protect yourself and your friend or your neighbor or whatever it is.
Yeah, correct.
Understand what I say, Bruce, bye?
Yep.
And these people and them disobey 90% or I'll say 95% of what was laid down there. And now half of them balling, and you putting him in court to run into put this in court, and we have to fight this and this against the law and that against the law. What against the law and trying to save your life? Bruce, look, Bruce, you have a good day, and God will deal with half of them. They don't go against the word and they go find out. Have a nice day, Bruce.
You too, my brother.
Sharon, have a nice day too, brother. Trinidad and Tobago, play it safe and pray to God for good health and strength.
Yeah, man.
And thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take care. I don't know, boy. I really don't know what to say again. Because some of us clearly not taking this serious. To the drivers out there that, you're driving around, you're working taxi, you're not wearing any mask. I am definitely not traveling with you. And as I've always said before, when I leave the radio station, I don't talk politics. So make it worse yet if you're traveling in your vehicle and you want to talk politics without your mask. Crazy. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, sorry. Very good.
No problem.
Yeah, what it is, I come back to my memory. Remember when this thing first started? Kamla Prasad said, tell the Prime Minister in the Parliament, when the Prime Minister comes to address the people, that they have to have a vote for you to come and talk to the people. That is the first instance. And when you get an opposition that could go to that pitch to tell the government to come and address the people, they have to have a vote in Parliament. Now, if they had the majority, you know what will take place in this country? When the Prime Minister cannot come and address the people, that is the danger point. That is the point that I call recklessness. Because any good opposition would give the government all clear to come and talk to the people. That is the light he coming to talk about you, to talk to you about. And what we must do, what we must not do. And they try to prevent that. Kamla Prasad is a time, I telling you, They could go to hell to my part. Because you know why? They are not of God. Because they could never stop a government from coming and talking to the people. The government is to control the country. Tell the people what will be taking place. And they try to stop that. Come precisely to send them. They are reckless. Very, very reckless. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
I know, when I press the number, I know I have a radio on, so I lean and sorry about that.
Okay.
You know who it is?
Cry baby.
Oh, you know, you and Sharon always training. Morning to the both of all you and all your family and all the Titans. Everybody are talking nice now. I feel nice. I get you. Oh God, no! I ain't call a long time. So and I don't get through because every day I just try to get it. Right, but I like the topic this morning and some people talking some real truth. But you know something, in Mova Anglican School and the Catholic schools in Dominic, I work in them two schools for years, and I always, as a cleaner, I always had to clean out the computer room. You hear? Both schools had a special room. Children don't go in there and play. When that key turn and open there, a teacher go in there with whoever go in there. So, them late with whatever they're fighting, but we will get there, darling. And Miss Sharon, hope to you come out soon, baby. Have a blessed day.
You too, my dear. Take care. So for those of you that didn't hear it before, the new number 478-0595. You can also call that number if you're not getting me on the 342-0081, okay? So you can call 478-0595. And to my overseas callers, and for those of you that are using your Magic Jack, remember the number is 718-874-3860. You're listening to the Titans of Democracy on this beautiful Monday morning in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm begging and pleading to all of you, be careful out there. Practice the right thing. Caller, good morning.
A blessed morning, Bruce Wayne, Miss Sharon Felix.
Morning, my brother.
And callers. You know how serious this virus is, Bruce? When we was at 138, you know, the disobedient in this nation curse the CMO, curse the Minister of Health, curse the Prime Minister, curse the frontline workers, the doctors and the nurses in this country. So hell with all your, we don't care about all your, I want to drink, I want to go on the beach, I want to go by the river, I want to lime, I want to party. You was watching you. Now reality hits home right now, and it's the same disobedience same. Is the government fault? Is the CMO? Is the minister? They ain't tell me nothing, they ain't do nothing, they ain't doing nothing. You was watching your Bruce?
Yeah.
The mentality of Trinidad and Tobago to what's going on. According to all the callers that called before, it is a very serious matter we dealing with since January, and only the obedient or the people who taken the instruction that was given, we feeling it. I feeling it outside here. If you understand what I'm telling you, Bruce, I feeling it outside here. Because one of these, just as always you're saying, I hear a doctor get married and went to Tobago. It's 200 people with him. If you was watching your Bruce. And I want the Minister of Health to see about this for me, please. It's very serious. Now is that he says that two-tier system we have here, one with the COVID and then the general public.
Yeah.
Minister of Health, you see the general public section, make sure that all the PPE equipment for these people are given. The reason why, Bruce, I was in the hospital because I have a sister who is a nurse. I went in the hospital Saturday, and I saw a person coming in who was working somewhere, and they brought in that person sick. If you understand what I'm showing you. If this person, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all this time, you home there and you feeling something and you still going, you went to work this Saturday and all. And Bruce, I telling you, it look as though she was tested. They didn't test her yet, but they brought her from the jeep into the place where they're testing. But what I'm saying, Bruce, from that point, it is time for them to have people or a separate place for these people symptomatic coming into the hospital and staying, because it had a few who waiting on when they bring them they have to wait on the results, and that is why I find a problem. They should have a separate part in that
for the testing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I understand what you're saying.
And a room cell for them to hold them. You understand?
Okay.
But all well and good, Dr. Rowley, your cabinet, Minister of Health, CMO, frontline workers, doctors, nurses, everybody, good work up to now, excellent work. You see the disobedient? Let me see if they could come and do the things that is being required of them, so that we can get this virus back down to which part it was before. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you. Disobedience, ignorance, downright stupidity. Everybody attitude, or most people attitude is, they can't tell me to wear no mask, and they can't tell me things for your own safety, you know. Caller, good morning.
Brucey.
Morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I doing good, yes. I ain't
Well,
complaining.
actually, I'm of course in Tobago, you know.
You're not easy.
Yes, of course it's in Tuesday.
I feel I need to hang on to your shirt till when you go into Tobago again, so I go reach.
Good morning to my Prime Minister and his family. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Sharon, good morning to you and your family. Bruce, everything all right with you?
Yes, darling, everything is great.
What happened to Miss Ten Run Up?
She ain't feeling too hot up this morning, man. I talked to her this morning and she wasn't feeling
No,
too
not Sharon, not
Ooh.
Sharon. Miss Tent Run Up.
Oh.
Run Up. Who was supposed to swear in? Mom to Miss Tent Run Up.
I have no idea, no. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know.
Papa, like, we go run this country, don't you, with a government and not opposition.
I ain't able.
Bruce, if you're able, Bruce, you just leave them at home. My Prime Minister and his cabinet colleagues and Member of Parliament will continue to do a good job. Okay, Bruce?
Yes.
Okay, sweetheart, you have a good one.
You too, darling. Take care.
Bye-bye, yeah.
So I have time for one quick call. Caller, good morning. I have about a minute.
I'll try to be quick. Bruce, good morning to you.
Morning.
The UNC lost the election in 2015 because of corruption. Kamala and her team did nothing to inform the public, well, that is not so. So I don't understand 309,000 people went and still voted for corruption. And that is why she will continue behaving the way she's behaving. You know? Make the 1 minute. Bye, Bruce. Have a great day.
You too, my dear. Take care. So as I get ready for the ads coming up and the major newscasts at the top of the hour, I have under a minute before the ads come up. Pay those bills and we'll be right back. It's a cool, relaxing Monday morning in TNT as we reflect on what's happening in and around us. I say again, we have to be careful, we have to be mindful, just practice the little protocols and we will get through this, but we need to be vigilant. We need to just do the right thing, people. Oh gosh. There are so many different things that I have personally put in place for myself and my family. So come on, people, we can do this. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Follow the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the Oxylife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the Oxylife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection I get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the Oxylife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath, you will sweat but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent. Completely deodorizing the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I do have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child is scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon 2 or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, And if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. Alright? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer referred to as silver gel. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use it as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine here spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time when people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
Yes, man, I eat it. I just can't trust them, you know. Like ice them frozen, like ice them frozen. Be careful of the friends you keep. They don't have no mercy, they don't have no mercy. Be careful of the friends you keep. You pull them up, them push you down, sink the ship and let you drown. When them done, them run left you and leave you standing like Daniel in the lion's den. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Say we no want them Judas around we. We looking at we face and deny we. I feel watch we back when them around we. Them a wolf in sheep clothing around we. Them smile in your face, them a snake in the grass. Always have on the mask. Always have on the mask. Who no give me pass? Yeah, yeah. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread.
Trinidad and Tobago, I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 7 a.m. major newscast on the street 919 FM. In the headlines, TNT records over 1,000 COVID-19 cases. Floodwaters damage property in southeast Trinidad on the weekend. And overseas, Prime Minister of Jamaica suspend political campaigning. And now for the news in detail. Trinidad and Tobago has now recorded over 1,000 positive COVID-19 cases. The total of 77 confirmed cases on Sunday pushed the national total to 1,007. One additional death was also recorded, making the total of COVID-related deaths 14. At the Couva facility, there are 6 patients in the intensive care unit and 3 in the high dependency unit. The Ministry of Health reported on Sunday that 279 patients are at transitional facilities in Balandra, Debe, Napa, St. Augustine and Sandy Grande. In other news, the family court in Port of Spain is the latest building within the judiciary to suspend its operations for COVID-19 sanitation. On Sunday, the judiciary, in a release, announced that no in-person hearings or activities will be conducted at the building after it was discovered that one of the officers assigned to the court is being tested for COVID-19. The release added that no one will be allowed into the court building until the sanitization exercise is completed. The release went on to state that while no one has been confirmed as COVID-19 positive, the usual precautions for this level of exposure have called for the current course of action. Services like court pay and the domestic violence hotline and e-filing will still be available. The release did not say when the court would be reopened. Also in the news, residents had to call firefighters to rescue a physically challenged person trapped in a house along Guayaguayari Road as the floodwaters rose on Saturday night in southeastern Trinidad. Approximately 28 families suffered property damage due to severe flooding in the area over the weekend. Some residents of Agostini, Puli Valley, Mile End and Union Village reported up to 8 inches of flood water inside their homes, damaging many household items. Chairman of the Mayaro Rio Claro Regional Corporation, Raymond Cozier, in assessing the cause, he said drains overgrown with bushes and unauthorized crossings over watercourses were part of the problem. In news overseas, Health Minister in Jamaica, Dr. Christopher Tufton, said that Prime Minister Andrew Holness will be suspending his own traditional political campaigning because of COVID-19 crisis. Dr. Tufton said this was to reduce the potential for the further spread of the virus. Mr. Holness has come in for criticism on Saturday night when his drive-through motorcade in Mandeville attracted hundreds of people not masked and not practicing social distancing. To enable political parties and their candidates for the September 3rd general election to continue campaign activities in communities, the Prime Minister noted that community drive-thrus would be permitted. That was a look at our news. Now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, mostly sunny and hazy conditions during the morning will give way to 1 or 2 showers during the afternoon in a few areas. There is a 60% medium chance of an odd heavy shower or thunderstorm favoring western and near hilly areas of Trinidad. Tonight will be mostly clear. Street flooding and gusty winds are possible in heavy showers and thunderstorms. Seas are moderate, waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters, below 1 meter in sheltered areas. It is currently 33 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 32 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. Here's a recap of our headlines. TNT records over 1,000 COVID-19 cases. Floodwaters damage property in southeast Trinidad on the weekend. And overseas, Prime Minister of Jamaica suspend political campaigning. You've just heard the 7 a.m. national newscast on the Street 919 FM. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
So that was our national newscast. Right here on the street at 919 FM.
Sexy delicious.
For a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Morning. How are you this morning?
I fear to find out a few scattered showers.
You no longer hear that?
Yeah. Bruce, you ever heard about Patient 31 since this whole pandemic thing start?
Patient 31.
Anyhow, Patient 31 was from South Korea. She was tested. She says she just a mild symptom and she did not take it on. They wanted to quarantine her. She says she going she way. At the end of the day, she went to church on the 6th, the 9th of the month, and a few days later she went to a dinner. At the end of it all, she infected close to 6,000 people. You could check out that piece of history. Patient 31 from South Korea. So one individual, you see how much damage that they can do.
Yeah.
Now, this thing is taken for kicks in this country, as though, as I was hearing at one point, is not a virus. The government is saying this and the government is saying that. Remember, you were here in the early.
Yeah.
So now, this thing started to kill more people. And there's where some people will take it serious, and that's what we don't want people to die. Because that's the whole objective of the government, is to save lives. Now, why we have to move in this kind of don't care, lackadaisical manner? You understand? They say don't do that, it's don't do that. They say wear your mask, it's to wear your mask. We need to take this virus very seriously, because at the end of the day, we might have to shut down this country completely again. And that's what we don't want. Financially, again, this is what people quarreling. I just be walking the streets and I just be hearing some kind of dotish comments. Trust me. I don't want to meddle with those things, because if I had to deal with these people, it would be a horse of a different color. Because you can't be talking this kind of crap when you've seen in the international world what is taking place.
Yeah.
Countries are crippled financially. Most importantly, financially. Most of those big countries are crippled. The only thing helps America is because they print their own money. Yet they could only go so far.
Yeah.
They spend over $6 trillion. Not everybody get money. Not everybody get money. You don't hear the complaints. So then what's going on here in Trinidad and Tobago, we need to get we up together and take this thing very seriously. As the CMO had said and Mr. Dial Singh had said, pretend that the person next to you have it, whether they have it or not. In order to be safe, we have to protect ourselves. Otherwise, Bruce, we in serious trouble. We in serious trouble. And it has certain people in this country, like I was hearing about Mr. Tim Gopi Singh. And that don't make sense. With that kind of operation I heard. I don't have the facts, but
if that is really true, boy.
You see what's going on right there. You see what could happen right there. And that comes similar to Patient 31.
Yeah. I remember the Patient 31 that you talked about when you described it. I remember the that incident.
Right. And you see how much people she infected alone, close to 6,000 people. And he, with his foolishness, because you're so big and mighty, I have to put it that way, you feel you're so big and mighty that you cannot go into one of the institutions. You had to run here, run there, and when they chase you from me, and I can't say that they chase you, because that's how it is, then you go where you have to go. So, boy, let me just keep praying. We, the ones who do pray, we have to keep praying, because you're hearing some kind of thing from certain people and you really don't want to keep even repeating it because it's so foolish. This is not about politics.
Well,
this is about life and death.
I don't know why people not seeing that this is in no way political.
Now, I heard something where this girl say about karma. Dr. Rowley so far did not say that he have the virus. He was close contact with somebody on election night and he took the necessary precaution. He took his test and so on. As I understand, his family did the same thing.
Yeah.
You understand? What is karma is when you do something and it come back around. Again, you hear the illiteracy of the educated fools, just as the Bible speaks of it. So, boy, let we keep our fingers on our toes and everything crossed and keep praying, because we think and care about the greater good of Trinidad and Tobago. and not politics, because politics has nothing to do with this virus, because this virus don't care who you are, where you came from, what you have.
Sure, right. Sure,
because
right.
I remember in the early of this pandemic, my wife and I were following this thing, and it have a patient in Italy. He was a multi-billionaire. His whole family died from it, and he climbed up on his building and he died off. Yeah. So then, you remember at one time they were just throwing the money all over the streets in Italy.
Yeah.
Because it has no use. And the way how the Bible speaks, their time would come when money would be of no use to you. This is just an example of what's going to happen in time to come. So Bruce, you do have a wonderful day. Let Sharon make sure and get back on she good foot. Drink a little ginger tea and so on and get she act together and you keep running the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Caller, good morning.
How are you?
Hey, morning.
Yeah, morning. I just want to shower. I'm very sure. Anything
No, I haven't heard anything, you know.
Lord.
I don't know what's going on. I see when I finish, I'll call Sharon to find out if she knows.
Yeah. We should find out the thing is I agree with that, but people taking this thing too lightly. And I think now what we call walking social party in this country, they just don't care at all. And I believe that there are people who are deliberately sabotaging this country because they're doing so well to be first with the virus. But the same. The case just jumped. Now is what 1,007?
Yeah.
And it could be higher now. So just thing continue so. The hospitals and them, to avoid the strain, will use the trial system. So people with mild symptoms, they will send people home and they will focus on the severe, on the severe condition. That's what will come to, you know. And people will understand the situation of this nature. Right?
Yeah.
It's still like people who want to see the dead bodies piled up in Port of Spain. When you came out to them, you know the dead bodies piled up on the streets. Or, you know, the big freezer they have in New York City.
Yeah.
You know, when people see that now, they will take it. Because I can't understand the result of one. It has chocodies. On the other side, talking about karma. And a man walking all over the Port of going over the health facilities, knowing that you are symptomatic and you're affecting people. That is that don't care attitude. It's a don't care attitude at all. And certain people out here still do illegal activities, bringing in illegal immigrants, doing all the work going on the South American continent. Or you don't care at all because of what? Or you're making a lot of money? Or is your social pass, or you don't care about this country at all? Or like people like, some of the first thing, like they do watch world news. It's sickening. So basically, they're embarrassing that Georgie say who's control the virus so well, but all you're so sick and all you're paying them so much. All you're so really good of Georgie, I don't know what's going on. All your causes, I think, you know, for those people, you know. Disobedience is like witchcraft, you know. Or I don't know what all they're doing. And for that young lady, you talk about karma. This is Johnny from Lady. She has a set of baggage on she head. She should even leave in the parliament. You understand? I always decide that would be better representative for Shopuna fees. But why people voted for that again, I don't understand. You understand, Christine?
Yeah.
She has baggage on she says. She should be the last person to talk about karma when she has baggage on her head. I do understand these people go, if I do discriminate nobody, what you have a job for? I'm confident when you go outside, you can bring home to your family and the whole family is dead. So, I'm not going to take some of that chance because I'm very upset at this point. But let me tell you something, don't do whether you like it or not. I see that the hospital is under pressure. When the pressure hits, they will just give you trial system and they will turn away other people from the hospital. That's what I say. They will come to that. I'm sorry. I'm on.
Yeah, man. I don't know. No, I Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
What do you think is the best teacher? Experience or obedience? What do you think?
Feel obedience, yes.
But I know the first law in heaven must obey.
Yeah.
When you obey, you don't have to experience.
Exactly.
If the medical people telling you, listen, do so, you know, you don't have to go, you don't have to experience it. But there are people in this Trinidad here that they're bent on seeing the country unsettled, and then they would say, point finger and say, it's the government. You know, Bruce, I don't know. Me no scholar. But I know when you obey, you don't have to experience. Oh, God.
This blame game that people like to play, you know. You don't want to do the right thing, and when the worst happens to you, you want to go political and blame. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Merry Christmas, Mr. Bruce.
Hey, Merry Christmas, my brother. How are you this morning?
I did give it thanks and praises for a better life again.
Yeah, man.
You're living among the living. Sharon, pleasant good morning. Peace and blessings to you and your family. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago and each and every one. Mr. Bruce,
Oi.
I listened in for the morning, and it all boils down to nobody could tell me what to do with my life. That's the whole thing going on here, Mr. Bruce.
Yeah.
Concerning the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because you can't tell me that you hearing each and every day, each and every night on the radio, on the airways, abroad, and seeing and hearing what is happening with this disease that's taking place around the world, and you would tell me somebody had to come and sit down in your house to make sure that you do what you're supposed to, Bruce. People had to come home and tell you, boy, your house run clean, you know. Bruce, nah. It just boils down, Mr. Bruce, to you can't tell me what to do with my life. That is the whole thing I getting out of this business here now with Mr. Bruce. That is the thinking and the mindset of some of the people in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, Mr. Bruce. Bruce, if once a month I just leave my house, you know. Bruce, once a month, and it had to be something that I really want on the road, that I go down the road, get it, and back in my house, you know, Bruce, and that is it after that, you know. When people, boy, I seen you, I say, well, I come like a bear now, I hibernating. You hear, Mr. Bruce? So, Brucey, blessings to the family. How Daddy?
Daddy doing good, man.
Well, nice. Most important, take care of him, make sure that he's safe, and then the family safe, Mr. Bruce. And who want to do what they want to do is up to them, because they just always tell you, and you grow up hearing that from your dad and your mom, who don't hear does feel.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Bruce?
Yep.
So you have a peaceful, a blessed one, and take care from your please, big brother.
You too, my brother. Take care. I even sitting here and I remember the guy who wanted to go in the bank without a mask and make a whole hullabaloo about it. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey,
how you doing, man?
I did cool.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right. As usual, you're custom holding on the fort with, you know, the princess in the absence, you know, so just blessings, man.
Yeah, man.
let me tell you something, there are a lot of things I keep observe, I learn. I made the point about during the COVID when Dr. Rowley had to more or less effect things for us and, you know, use the shutdown mode and that type of thing, and people get the money pay off. Now, as I always say,
trainees on one set are nice people, and then we have the ungrateful bunch. And then we have the disrespect. We fall into so many different categories. And it's overwhelming today where people believe that COVID-19, you see that statement about sunlight?
Yeah, boy.
It carries us, right. Bruce, there are some people who follow in the sunlight mode.
Yep.
That's the foolish ones, you know? And it's a lot of they follow in the sunlight mode. So if they have a chance, a leader says sunlight, so sunlight. I don't have to put on no mask. Sunlight to cure it. Then there's the disrespecting mode who care nothing. So I go by a bar, drink, me no mask. It's a lot of people. You know what to me, Bruce? Pensioners, people who live their full life and feel that they could live off the little pension. They ain't going anywhere. And this is one time I want people, you know, the youth of the nation to understand. Not because you feel COVID is a common cold. Because a stupid thing, eh? COVID is not a common cold. It's a virus that's killing people. And people believe that, listen, they could get it and survive. So, as the brother said, you have to obey. People want to experience. But in that, you're infecting elderly people who are home. They're going anywhere. They're adhering to whatever policies the government. They look forward to the government briefing and so on. And then people just want to go out. Because I told my son, I said, stay one place. Don't go anywhere because when you come back, don't come upstairs by me. Because my thing is that if you are hearing, this is one time parents have to tell children, hey, go from here, where you went, and deal with it. Because if you have any sort of problems with respect to high blood pressure and so on, the love of your children will kill you. And I want to speak to the youth of the nation, all the people themselves, learn to stay quiet. Because it's unfair to us. COVID is not a political thing because somebody made it political. Somebody made it political, made it a sunlight cutting and a Dr. Rowley virus. That is stupid thing about Trinidad and Tobago, you know. So, Bruce, I was thinking that the U.S., when I, on the Facebook page, I say, but U.S. people are real stupid. They're going out there and want it to be law and forgetting I live in Trinidad, where it have the same set of people talking in nonsense. So I have to leave the U.S. and concentrate on here, mind the business. So I just hope that people understand the need to go out if it's necessary. You know, prepare yourself and behave. Because, Bruce, one of the biggest problems you have in our society, Bruce, is behavior. Behavior. Take care, my boy.
Yeah, man. Take care. I have family and friends, well, a lot of family and friends in the States. Some of them haven't left their home since March. Everything is done home. Groceries are dropped off at their door. Because they understand how serious it is. We here need to do the same. People, come on. We have to think, and I spoke about this last week. You need to think. Don't let somebody pull something over your face and tell you, open your eyes, you're supposed to see. We need to think. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
I could recall a certain political leader said COVID would kill Rowley. I don't know if you recall that. That is said as well on TV sometime before. And that leader has one of our colleagues who was hospitalized with the COVID. I would say that it's not COVID-19, but COVID-34. COVID-34.
Ah, boy. Caller, good morning.
Brucey?
Hey, good morning, Miss Gloria. How are you this morning?
I'm blessed. I'm happy like Patty.
Nice.
I forget. I will have to put you on to see when you. Bruce, you see me? I get put on prayer, so I went back and sleep. So me, you know, I'm what you see.
You're really happy like Papi.
No, yeah, Bruce. When the Zion is only when you know how I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the person that Miss Gloria is.
Yes.
And the joy of the Lord is her strength. Amen?
Amen.
And I want to tell, I love all you. Just remember, Trinidad is a blessed country. Bruce, you know what I looked at Saturday? There are people still not wearing the mask. And you know what I'm going to do from now on? I had to go out in the junction Saturday evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
The taxi driver have on the mask. If any damn body come there, don't take them, Bruce. Because remember, we're in the taxi too. I mean, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
You understand, Bruce?
Yeah.
Every time, like last month, boy, I going up in FC being tuned up, and the maxi driver have on a mask. I didn't notice how the person didn't have the mask. If they don't have it on, Bruce, don't take them up. You agree with me?
I agree with you.
Because I mean, I am a bit, I just, Bruce, I just Skylark, and I don't know too much people come to my house, neither. You see Miss Gloria? She good on, she going dancing and laughing. And I want to say good morning to Mother Tuna, Miss Sharon, my two brothers in Central, Allison, oh God, Bruce, boy, I throw my Catholic lady. Oh God, Margaret, good morning, I will come and I'll go here. You're a nice lady, you know, and Brucey boy. On the 5th of September, Miss Gloria will be 22 years young, turning to 27. So blessing, love all you, Angie, everybody, our 91.9 family. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be. You see Daddy okay, darling?
Yes, Daddy doing okay.
Okay, and I love everybody, and love is the answer. And Marlo, morning, darling, and it's, what's my lady again, 12:55. Everybody, good morning. Have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. How you doing, boy?
Hey, Mr. Chance. Hey, they cool. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. You're holding down the fort as great as usual, man.
Thank you.
Training, good. You had that combination, yourself and Sharon, and certainly you're doing an excellent job. Calm and cool and nice. Very professional. Let me congratulate you.
Thank you very
But
much.
this morning, I want to call you and give some support to what my good friend Raul Jr. said.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a comment yesterday on Sharon's program. I want to repeat it because you see, repetition is important for us to learn and understand. I'm making a little quotation, exactly a comment made by an epidemiologist in the United States of America out of Yale University, who is at this time treating with this particular virus called the COVID-19. And here's what he said. I'm quoting what he said. And this is important for all families and everyone in terms of in Trinidad and Tobago with your family. Here's what he says. While social distancing removes or reduces contact from the society, it increases your contact with your family and your close friends. You hear that, Bruce?
Mm-hmm.
While it reduces the contact with the society, you're not going outside, but it increases the contact with your family and your good close friends. You should perceive your entire family to function as a single unit. If one person puts themselves at risk, everyone in the family is at risk. So, in the family, if one person, as my good friend Raul Jr. said, young man, young person, anybody else in the family, with a mother, grandmother, or somebody who has underlying complications, go out, and they are responsible, that person places the entire family, no matter what everybody else in the house doing, they're washing their hands, and they're doing all the other things. That person who demonstrates that kind of recklessness puts the entire family at risk. What he went on to say, if your son, and this is part, visits his girlfriend, and you as well went and have a little coffee with your neighbor, your new connection to that office
and that person has a connection with somebody working in some office that they visited. Your son, girlfriend, your mother, and everyone is now at risk. And he went on to say, this sounds strange and it may sound silly, but it is absolutely true. He says this virus figures no one. It engages no rules. And that is why I thought I'll make that comment, because Rowley Jr. made that comment and Dr. Hines and the Minister of Health made that comment very early in the discussion. But now we have to pay attention to it. It is not only the social distancing when you go out, but you must be able to keep the family, every member of the family, within a bubble. See, just like what is going on with the cricket, so that you can protect yourself and the entire family. And that's the message for me this morning, that all the people in your family, while they're exerting all the things, washing your hands, you tell them everything. You have to manage how they go out and where they make contact. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Chance. And at this time, we go to our Tobago Heritage Festival skit. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Just in case you didn't know, every morning on the street, 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the titans of democracy. That's the morning show.
You are now tuned into Rubber Pocket Now Have No Bottom, a Tobago Festivals Commission production on the Tobago Festivals Network.
T-Cupid takes 5. We are in the station and
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1868
times already.
Miss Cupid, I choose to do it again. It's the first time I'm using this new smartphone that the office bought, and I want to make sure it's taping. I told them already, I'd rather use cassette, but they outvoted me. Anyway, failure to comply insinuates...
My name is Tamaya Cupid, and I'm 21 years of age.
Thank you. So, Miss Cupid, when did you steal Mr. Frank's wood engine?
Wait. I didn't steal anything, you know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm asking you again. You sure you didn't know where the engine was?
My boy, Mal, look, I had no idea, not in the slightest.
You're showing hesitancy, Miss Cupid. Lying will be taken as an attempt to provoke the course of justice, eh? You understand? Good. Isn't it true that Malcolm is a known old thief in the community?
Alleged. I watch plenty of police shows and you're supposed to use the word alleged, Officer Westwood.
Allegedly, yeah? So your relationship with him makes you somewhat of an accomplice to this crime. Therefore, you should be charged as such. You look like the type of girl that go do anything to see that she man stay out of summer, right? Aaron, you look like privilege on pack. The way your lipstick lie down on your lip and your earring hanging in midair. All the characteristics of an enabler. Are you enabling a petty thief, Miss Cupid?
What? That makes no sense whatsoever. Look, officer, I heard little rumors about him in the past, but he never showed me any of these things while we was together. He was always talking about his big dreams and his beloved Grenada. We spoke about going one day and he said he wanted to put things in place first. He did not steal the engine. Matter of fact, Frank lent him the boat many times.
You ever see Frank's engine before?
Well, duh. Malcolm carried me out on a date on that same boat.
And where was the engine in question?
Well, it was on the boat. It's obvious the engine was on the boat in order for me to go for a drive on it, officer.
Ah, I see. Okay. Tell me the details of that day, Miss Cupid.
Malcolm lifted me onto the boat, and his strong grip...
Whoa. You don't have to be that descriptive. I just want to know what go on. Was I wrong? What all you do? You get that?
Well, Malcolm was going at high speed. I remember feeling the breeze blowing in my face and seeing silhouettes of fishermen on the bay trying to bring in their catch. The breeze was unbearable and Malcolm wrapped his arms around me from behind.
What else is there, Miss Cupid?
The closer we got to the shore, the clearer the silhouette was getting. This one lady with a tub on her head particularly stood out.
I have some clothes to wash. Who gonna wash me clothes? Aye. Who gonna wash me clothes? Good Lord. It's who driving that loud boat early this morning, so the thing sound like he got broke down any minute now. Wait now. Is Ermin one piece of picnic there with Malcolm? Oh, what trouble is this, Lord? Oh gosh, they're coming out the boat.
Where you taking me now, Mal?
Gosh, come now, girl. Oh gosh, listen, just close your eyes and hold my hand. Open your eyes now.
All this food and wine and thing for me?
Anything for you, baby, anything for you. You deserve the world. One day, we gonna have our own boat. I gonna call it MT. We initials now. Or, I might just put in your name. So anytime I go back Grenada to check grams, you gonna be there too.
Or I could just go with you, Mal. Duh.
Well, yeah, that too. I would love to carry you, you know.
Oh gosh, I'm not seeing them good here.
You hearing that? Stay behind me, eh? Who they? I say who they?
Oh, yes. But I'm waiting for you here, baby. You know how long? Eh? You're making me feel like you ain't coming again. Don't do me that now. Eh?
Auntie Lucy.
Hold on, Carl. Hey, Tamaya, is you there? But what you doing out here so early, child? And you with company too?
What you doing here so early, Auntie?
Hold on, Carl. But Tamaya, and I talk to you about questioning big people? And two, besides, you know better than anybody that I does my washing early in the morning.
I know, Auntie. But I never see you on this side of the bay before.
So what it is? You is police now? Because you get man now, you think you have a right to ask a big woman like me my whereabouts?
You don't have to tell her she should get man, you know.
I'm not talking to you, sir. Look, I ain't looking for no trouble, eh? I could go back to my call now. I see you and you ain't see me.
All right, Aunt.
Come, babes, let me go.
Yes, Carl. Imagine I will arrange this thing for you.
You see? What call she on? There wasn't on no call, Tanty. There was following way and Mako in the conversation. Is snitch, you want a snitch, lady? Eh? Answer me. There's only one set of gossip and news you like to carry, like people paying you to do that. Look, if you call up with name in your mouth, you're going to know where barley grow, eh?
So, you threatening old people now?
Look, just keep this between us. That's all he meant, Auntie. Malcolm, let me go now. We have an understanding.
I hope so. You just come here and jump in with drives ready.
That's nothing, babe. You still make me feel special. Where we was again?
This episode was brought to you by the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited and sponsored by the Tobago House of Assembly.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. So as we continue to take your calls, caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Good morning, listeners. I just want to make a comment because I quite agree with the callers, but I want to ask Rowley Jr. because I agree with him on one thing. I want to ask Rowley Jr. if he is hearing. Is he a Trinidadian? Because he is saying about Trinidad. Is he a Trinidadian? That's what I want to find out. And I also want to find out the problem of Trinidad is behavior. But show me a human being without behavior. Our behavior is either good or bad. So he's saying the problem is behavior. Okay.
Three 420-0081 478-0595. And if you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, or even your Magic Jack at home, 718-874-3860. Call me up. Let me know how you feel about what's happening in our little country right about now, our little twin isle. Because the way how this disease works, at some point or the other, it will affect all of us if we don't take the necessary precautions. If we don't do, or don't follow, should I say, the protocols that are put in place for us, it's for our own safety. And for all who want to talk nonsense and show that they are clearly ignorant or just dumb to the facts, we don't have time for you right now. Right now, you all are non-entities if that's the way you want to think and speak and move. None of us wants this to hit home. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello? Yeah, hello, good morning.
I have a statement talking about what's going on in the country.
Mm-hmm.
What I think, the country needs to be more concept. When I say concept, I'm talking about especially black concept. You know, because globally when the world going, right now, black people need to know who they are really. And you know, they have to make a change globally because, you know, like it's the foundation of humanity we're talking about, and, you know, and let these things that come into line. We will already have all kind of different problems, right? Youth and them turning back because, you know, they're not aware of who they are. Just by being aware of who they are, they will understand the timing and what they think they're supposed to be doing as a black nation. So this is one of the most critical things, I think, in the country. For black people, and not just only black people. The whole of humanity depends on it right now, you know, because it have the king that he was the original man, you know, and they have that and be not aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Let me say good morning going on to those of you that are locked on via Facebook and via YouTube. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Brucey.
Hey, 1285. How are you this morning?
Boy, when I hear people, I don't know where you're getting this twitching from.
Your radio on?
Yes. I'm pushing it right now, the phone.
Yeah,
the other phone.
Well, that is what's happening.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. I call in because when I hear in this choppiness, serious thing going on out here with people's lives, and you calling to know who is Trinidadian and who is whatever. The program going so good all the time. I will just think it, because my life in danger too, Everybody, all the elderly's life, we have to be cautious. Okay? Even your father, your family, you don't know where it's coming from. It's in a Chinese, Indian, you understand what I'm saying? And you come into our place, Trinidadian and all this. Look, well, good morning to Sharon. And I hope I know Sharon was there with a cut off. He have to stick to music. That's what he had to do. Okay, you can't sing this with Bob Rowley Jr. and he's Trinidadian. Good morning, Mr. Malcolm, Miss Gemma, Miss Angie, Miss Thomas, Mr. Manu, and Miss Gloria Moore on the Southern Puna. I hope she's feeling okay, Lucy.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I hope she's all right. Jenny, and you're not only the best for last. Mommy Sauce, and our special point of the Titans, Miss Monica Paul, Diane Smith, and the Virgilian Pierce. Those are locked on and listening.
Yes,
don't take them kind of nonsense, yeah? Because Sharon was there that would have done gone already. I locked on and listening. Carry on the journey. You're going very good.
Thank you.
And we don't see.
Yes, my dear. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. How you going?
How you doing? Cool.
How is Sharon?
She did. Comment to come.
Bruce, listen up, boys. I'm trying to understand. I'm wondering, is this a purposeful thing that is going on? The mixed messages, because I'm seeing worldwide you have leaderships giving mixed messages. So they have the doctors come and say, listen, the World Health Organization recommends we do A, B, and C. And then when they go to speak, they say, hey, do whatever you want. Because it's happening in Brazil, it's happening in America. In Trinidad, the opposite parties are saying different things. So is it a purposeful thing to mislead and misguide the public into being stupid? I'm asking because I'm seeing it's a worldwide trend. This is why people are not taking it seriously as it's supposed to be. I'm wondering, I'm asking. We're hearing different rumors of people in leadership positions going and behaving excessively irresponsible. And we saw it in another format with the TV show host who did the same thing. Came back from an at-risk position, being positive, go all over the place, spread it as much as he could. I don't know. People, COVID is not blue band. Stop spreading it. We have to be serious about this thing. They're doing like if they're spreading butter on a sandwich. Imagine somebody in authority doing foolishness like this. Misinformation is being spread. Yes, we know that they recommend that to help with the COVID, the going out to the sunlight does help in the cure, when saying as far as the treatment, not the cure. Wrong wording, sorry. The treatment of it. But then you come and say this will cure it. No, it does not. We just getting a little tip of information and then we spread it. And on that, I wonder if it is you could help me with something. I see a video going around the place with an interview with a stating that the churches was not supposed to have online services without even a few people gathering in the church to do the online service. Can you verify that information for me? Because I don't think that was stated by any authority, but I would like to know if that is really there, if that was a legal statement that the officer made. If it is in fact an officer and they just sum it up, I don't know. And I'm wondering because I know there's millions and millions of fake news. So I wonder if you could find out information and verify that for me, please.
I'll try to find out.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day.
You too, man. Take care. So I have about a minute before I pay some bills and take you into the other hour.
Good Good morning, Lisa.
Morning, darling. You have about a minute.
Okay, morning to everybody. Morning to Mr. and Mrs. Gibson. Morning to Miss Anne in the Philippines. Teresa Conley, blessed morning to you, Miss Monica, my love. Good morning. 12:85 morning. Malcolm and Gemma morning. When 12:85 you speak with all the men and them. You hear what Malcolm said Friday? 12:85, listen. All right, I have a minute. All the men in my life, I want to send some love to you all this morning. Don't all this stuff. I can't call all the names now. So much a man I have. All is mine. 12:85 you take you could only get a borrow. Which one I want you borrow? It's not anyone you could borrow. Right. Morning to everybody, my children, my grandchildren, love them all. My family, sister, brother, everybody, love you all.
Yes,
have a blessed and a wonderful day. All the men that's calling, blessed morning to them, my boy. Bye-bye.
Yes, darling. Take care.
Talk your talk, but we know talk.
Come talk with us.
The Street
919 FM.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM. All day, every day. See us on.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection we get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. There's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath, You will sweat, but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons, and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate, and there will be no scent. Completely deodorizing the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver has become very, very famous, and I don't have to mention about this much because a lot of people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens, we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time, and this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child's scraped, they have a bruise or cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. All right? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer, referred to as silver gel. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine here spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time when people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see you in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
Yes, man, I eat it. I just can't trust them, and like ice them frozen, like ice them frozen. Be careful of the friends you keep. They don't have no mercy, they don't have no mercy. Be careful of the friends you keep. You pull them up, them push you down, sink the ship and let you drown. When them done, them run left you and leave you standing like Daniel in the lion's den. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Say we no want them Judas around we. We're looking at we face and deny we. Happy watch we back when them around we. Them a wolf in sheep clothing around we. Them smile in your face, them a snake in the grass. Always about the mask. Always about the mask. Who no give me pass, yeah, yeah. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Like ice them frozen, like ice them frozen. Be careful of the friends you keep. They don't have no mercy, they don't have no mercy. Be careful of the friends you keep. You pull them up, they push you down, sink the ship and let you drown. When them done, them run left you and leave you standing like Daniel in the lion's den. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Say we no want them Judas around we. We're looking at we face and deny we. Happy watch we back when them around we. Them a wolf in sheep clothing around we. Them smile in your face, them a snake in the grass. Always have on the mask. Always have on the mask. Who no give me pass? Yeah, yeah. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit.
I talk when a person of African descent there because what has happened is we just had to crowd through language so much sometime that we just be afraid to speak. And I believe once you're respectful and you do things in a tasteful manner, it is okay to speak. I would tell person of African descent, you see going forward with this new dispensation and with the PNM, the government that is in place, we as a people need to understand the role that we have to play. You have to understand your role in playing that part. So you have to get in line and understand what is your worth. And that is what you have to sell. You can't study to fight down the next person. Because let me tell you, all of us ain't make to be in front of camera. All of us ain't make to be on TV or to be the scholar or whatever. All of us have a gift. No matter what it is, whether it's in praying, whether it's laying hand on people, whether it is, whatever it is, we need to know what our gifts are. And we have to harness that and work together and not pull against each other. Because we have a role to play and a part to play. And they always like to say African people and wash them out and fight. Listen, we have a strength in us. We have honesty in us. We have love in us. That is what we are. But people that use it against us, what we have to understand is use it for us now. We have to come together. But all of us won't come together equally because we have different type of skills. So we have to know what that is. And as I like to say, we have 10 fingers in our hand. All have a different fingerprint. But if you hurt your little finger, then you don't know how important it is to the rest of your fingers. So we have to find what is our differences and work with those differences, pull it together and work as a team in whatever way we could. This is it here now, you know. We can't afford to let this opportunity pass us by. We have to put down the petty differences and we have to work as a team. Know your place on the team. You don't have to be at the team at the executive level. It could be just simply in your area, in your space, in your family home. Know your role and place and let us pull together. Because let me tell you something. The others are stop brazen, you know. Them just come and say what they want, you know. Them ain't saying, oh God, I'm feeling embarrassed. Them ain't saying that, you know. We have to learn to drop this embarrassment and this pride where we just have and ask for what we need. Ask for what it is we want. But do it respectful. Do it in an order. Get up. Get up, African people. Get up. Because if our ancestors did stay back and just hold on to, we as enslaved people, and just take the beatings and the rape, whatever, and not still find it in them to fight, we would not be where we are now. We have made strides since enslavement, but we need to understand our history before enslavement. And once we understand that and connect the dots, we'll understand who we are as African persons in this diaspora and where we are. We like to hold on to this enslavement part. We have to know that. We have to learn from that. But also know where we came from. We came from tribes. We came from tribes, you know. And all those tribes had was kings and queens. That is where we came from. Tribes. Nations. That is where we came from. Unfortunately, enslavement would have brainwashed and taken away that, because 400 years of enslavement we may have forgotten, but the spirit is still there. So I am challenging persons of African descent. Learn your history prior to enslavement. Know where you came from. Trace it and understand the strength and the power that we have of people of African descent. We need to hold our head up now. Hold it up now. This is the time. Hold it up now and know our words. Stop being sold for less than what we are and accepting it. But again, how we do it is important. We can't be disrespectful. We can't be all over the place carrying on. We have to have our order, because we came from a disciplined and ordered people. And we have to find that again. And we need to use it. Forget the jealousy thing. Because what he have and she have is not for, what somebody have is not for you. Everybody does get what is for them. Get what is for you. Don't study what somebody else have. And I believe we have to start that process. We have to start to talk to the children. We have to put it in their head. Because they're teaching their children, they love to tell us that. We need to teach our children, but teach them the truth. And first place to start, teach them the true history. So that they will be proud when they walk out there and to know they came from kings and queens. To know they came from nations. They didn't come from an island. And once we have that pride in us, nobody can make us feel bad about our hair. Nobody can make us feel bad about our flat nose and wrong face and black melanin skin. We'll be proud to stand up and say, with my flat nose, with my thick lips, with my woolly hair, and my black skin, I am beautiful. I am worth something. I am somebody. That is what we need to do, Bruce. I just felt it in the spirit to say that this morning. We need to come out of this negativity that we feel. We need to come out of it. We don't have time to waste. We have a pandemic that is changing the world and the way we do things. We are going into the digital age, and we have to be prepared, because we is the one who invented those things. Our ancestors invented all that they're using now, the lights, the micro, everything they're using now. We did it. We did it. And we have to let our children know where we came from. Thanks.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, God forbid the black people. I feel by now that people living, God must have a big soon by now, because black people living and listening to God too much. And that's the problem. That's the problem. People are black, people are the African people are the thing different and don't live too much into God. Thank you.
I think what you meant to said was God helps those who helps themselves. Caller, good morning.
Ruth.
Yes, darling.
I want to take chance this morning. And as I said yesterday, what he said was so true. With this disease, your home might be social distancing outside, but you see that going and coming with, and you have a family.
Yeah.
That is so serious. But I want to also ask him what he thought about the cricket. Oh my gosh. You know me and my cricket. I wonder what director said, what he doing. We're going good so far, Mr. Chance. I see Zook get put a cocktail on Guyana. Well, here now, man, I tell you, I'm watching this thing. Guyana get a cocktail yesterday. I was shocked, going good and it turned around. Mr. Chance, cricket in all its glory. And you see the makeshift people, I love them too bad. I love the makeshift people in the cricket too bad. But anyway, we're looking at it and we're enjoying it. We had something had to keep us, we inside something had to amuse us,
So true,
So
so true.
I am so thankful for that cricket. I love it. I don't love my cricket already. So I think it is a chance. Diana, get one up. All right. And we Night Riders, we're going good so far. Okay, Bruce.
Yes, darling. Take care. But would you believe, Mommy Sauce, that there was somebody who thought that it was real people in the stands and made a whole comment on it? What I really want to say, I have to keep it radio friendly. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Bruce.
Yeah, man, morning.
The program as usual.
Thank you.
I want to thank Jenny for that information. She always contributing positive as usual. Hope to meet her someday. And the youths, we are stressed, the youths are not educated themselves, as I always say, and learn the history boy. The other time, they stop teaching history full enough. So a lot of them, maybe get left out the narrative that they're supposed to know. For mathematics and all them things, we started them thing, you know. We teach the European that, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just follow through. I also want to thank the youth for coming out, and also the elderly as for them that came out and voted this election. Right?
Yeah,
and I want to wish the government all the best. You have a blessed day.
You too, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, boy, I have to respond to my darling Mommy Sauce, boy. Listen, Mommy Sauce, girl, well, that is how your boy is spending all the days now, Mommy Sauce. Cricket and more cricket, girl. Exciting, my darling. I know you love your cricket too. Oh, boy. And let me take the opportunity as well to have to congratulate the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. You see vision and wisdom, Bruce, so far? We, the people, have the opportunity. While we're at home and we have the challenge of the COVID-19, we still have an opportunity to look at something to bring us some enjoyment.
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago is being viewed by the world. There's millions of people watching this tournament now, you know, Bruce. Bruce noticed that there's an empty stadium. I want to tell you, the viewership is in the millions all over the world.
Yeah.
Millions. And which country they're looking at, Bruce?
Trinidad and Tobago, man.
Bruce. And that is the mission of this Prime Minister. He's creating the foundation for sport tourism in a pandemic. Oh, man. I had to bring in this little bit of politics in it, Bruce. But Mommy Sauce, oh, gosh, girl, that is what we're living for now. We're loving it, loving it, loving it. And keep on loving it, my darling. But I remember, you know, TK coming in the end. We're going to beat all of them in the end, Mommy Sauce. Thanks, Mommy Sauce. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, man, take care. Caller, good morning. Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Sorry. I tried to suggest this, I guess. I don't get one of the Tobago, one in Secret. Yeah, Bruce. The first thing I want to talk about, I can't about everything. But remember when Mango said it, while in Parliament, the tell the PNM is war. Remember they come out and they say you declare war against the PNM. So if somebody fighting in a war, and they go use all just go with the book to champion. That's what you went stop with. And they know the black man have a problem with the black man. So they try their best to put all the black against one another, and they could see that it's soon as them. The way I live is both races and a lot of them, you know. And a lot of them say, boy, we know that racist people all are we good, you know.
Yeah.
But some of them have, so yeah, some of them have, but cannot. I was not really quoting with the guy who was talking about the cricket. Why all of them who was fighting against and balling, all there was this and that, what they was sitting for? And there was that same thing the Prime Minister was bringing for themselves to see. Something wrong with them people, something wrong with them people, boy. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Brucey.
Hey, Miss Gloria.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, we can't hear what Father does, right? He alone will go in the church. And then, well, how they set it up, we'll get the whole mass, like, okay, we have morning mass from 6 o'clock, right, every morning to Saturday. And then Sunday, we will have the mass from 10.
Okay.
So how it is set up, we, the parishioners, will get the mass. You could log on and get it live. Or,
okay.
Sorry, you can't get it live. You will get it after he finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
It go on Facebook or either Zoom, but no, we can't go to church anymore.
Okay.
So the gentleman who asked you,
yeah, I remember.
Because like yesterday morning, before they say we could go back, they said bring it on Power 102, but then apparently the Archbishop started late and it was cut off. So in the evening, on TTC at 3 o'clock, you get back the mass. So that is how it have to be for now then, you understand?
Yeah, okay.
So that's, I heard the gentleman asking you, and I know that is, we cannot go to church, and I mean, I think you are aware too, we can't go.
Yeah.
So that's what I said, I'm going to tell you, but here, and I play some nice song, I want to dance, so I'm telling you, you're sticking. Put some nice music for me. Hey, Brucey, I had a blast, you see that? I bet easy, you know. Love everybody, boy. I happy. Nobody will feel me, so I'm not like nothing but I mean, you know to do.
I know that.
You know what priest tell me was? He said, not me, because why worry when we could pray? Amen?
Amen.
So love is the answer, as man who does say, boy. Let us love one another, Brucey, with the human race, boy.
And?
And?
Sure, right.
So, darling, be safe when you're going home. I cover you the blood of Jesus. Go home safely.
Thank you.
And I thank God for the program and that I could share my little piece. I know when they hear me yesterday morning, I'm going to sing Power of Your Love for Tiana. So he said, I'm not 2 minutes. I said, no, I will call you back. So, yes. Miss Gloria, when he song. No, I am a happy lady. I am really happy. And I wish everybody could be happy. Oh, God, let's love one another, now, Brucey.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, darling.
Yes,
So give me a nice song to dance, eh?
All right, darling. No problem.
Jen, I think you're not here, man. Never hear me. Jen, morning, darling. Okay, Brucey, I go hear my brother and I listen for any song you put on that. Mommy song, get it right. I love cooking too, you know. Hello. All right, darling. Bye.
Bye. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wayne.
Morning.
Mr. Wayne, I wanted to find out before I make my contribution. Did you check out the what I told you on election morning? What to look for?
No, I can't remember if I did. I'm not sure if I did.
It was the Sunday Guardian, the 6th of October, Sunday Guardian, 2002. And you'll see the article with Sai Baba, and it needs to put up on the thing what he said, that they would never see an power again. You know, it is all there in that article. But what I call on Mr. Wayne, you know, everybody's worrying so much about the corona. But you know, right now in the country, we have things that can be used for cleaning, for viral cleaning. It is used in government farms and in the farm. There where you drive in and where you have to use your boots and things. And it's right now it's being sold in agriculture shop. You can either get it as either TH4 or it is about blue rhinos. It's a disinfectant. When you read it, it is for viruses. It cleans tires and it can be mixed with Clorox or any with insecticide. Anything it can be mixed with, it can. When you put it on your watch, belong on the tires, it cleans and shine tires, marbles, and all those kind of marble tires and all kinds of things. It take off moss and all those things, and it can also be sprayed on buildings, mop your clothes, mop out houses and all those sorts of things. So it can be sprayed on buildings and everything. It can clean the streets, everything with it. But it is up to the government really to you get it there because they imported it already and it's already in the thing, and householders can use it, maxi drivers can use it, everybody. It is a disinfectant that is used for anything. It's a viral clean. So you can look for it. It is called TH4 or a Dabanex company produces it, also named Blue Rhino.
Okay.
So you can have you can use it for, as I told you, for the streets and take off moss, everything. It's a viral cleaner. So that will help end up events or wherever it is they can end up thing. But the next thing I heard somebody say now Mr. Chance use also ginger for the tea. But people doesn't use like eucalyptus, sage, licorice and all those sorts of things. Those are also a good anti-inflammatory, all those sorts of things. You can use those things and it clears it up also fast, Mr. Breed. So I love to on the listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, morning.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I did cool, man. What's going on?
Yeah. Mr. Chance, morning. Mommy Sauce, Teresa. Mr. Have a fireman, I hear you, boy. Yes, Bruce. As Mr. Chance said, this cricket keep family off the street to stay inside. To try and get, it will bring your family closer together. I was reading an article yesterday by Sean Fuentes in The Guardian. That way Dr. Rowley really bring the cricket for, Bruce. This thing have a lot of TV rights and will keep us, our mind off of this COVID-19 war going on. And the next thing, people, we will get through this, but if you listen to the doctors of them, put your mask on, because when you talk, the molecules fly in the air. It could go to 6 feet, 12 feet, and you could get infected. But just when somebody talking to you, put your mask around your face, because around your mouth, because this will prevent the virus from spreading. Listen to what the doctors say, people, and we will get through this. All right, Bruce?
Yeah, man.
You have a nice day.
You too, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning. Hey.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Morning, Bruce. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago, everybody. But I don't know how to live this, and that is just what I live this today. You say morning to everybody, 1285, Patrick Street, Miss Friday, Jackie and Jackie, everybody. Morning. Love is the answer. The man says, keep your mask on.
Yep.
If you have to go out. If you do have to go out, stay where you live in. And keep out that gossip, because gossip will make you go outside, You understand? Keep out that gossip, she said, and them say, and you say, help somebody. Somebody needs something, help them. Not if they want something, If they need something, help them. You understand? So love is the answer to everybody, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm still here Wednesday morning to Miss Claudette and Miss Jenny in Florida out there. Morning to everybody. People are born in gardens and long too. Love is the answer. Miss Gloria, good morning. All right, I have to call two people name again. Who's them two people, boy? Miss Lapuna, morning to you. Miss Faizabad, and everybody who always forget. Love is the answer. Not to everybody. God.
Yeah, man. So you're locked on to the Street 919 FM as we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Lucy, good morning to you, honey.
Hi, good morning, Miss Amri. How are you?
Well, they know all in hear me, because you ever hear that people phone bill paid off and disconnect you?
Really?
But that is my problem. I go down with care people, but they don't want me to get a lawyer and sue the pay.
Oh, Lord.
The bill pay off, but my phone disconnected. Since the 15th hours, me and them this morning. And you know, just call to say good morning to Sharon, and have a great day. And the two need to go play for this thing, but they don't have a good day. You really feel you understand?
Yeah.
I just call to send my love to you guys and say, who was the artist that sang that song with that Black Man?
It was by Ray Sylvester, the band.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to know that. Okay, honey. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, good morning again.
Yeah.
Two quick things. One, listen, I want people to understand in our country, you can join any political party you want. African could join UNC. We have that liberty. What you have to know is when you join a party, you have to be respected as a race. The race you join, you have to know when people are disrespecting it. On both sides, in the context of, and PNM hardly do that, but on the other side, you all have to know if you join the UNC as an African Chinese order, control the UNC order disrespecting you or anybody. Control them. We have that. The other thing, I'm reading something about Gary Griffith. Now, I don't know. Mr. Griffith would know that there are a lot of people like him out here, including me, very much. But I think you have to take it down a little bit, right? There are some things you want to discuss behind closed door because they are professional people, they are leadership position. So there are some things you fight about in the public and listen, take it down. Like I said, people like you out here. You have to force to be liked. There are some who will like you because you're dealing with the situation. But be careful who you're fighting in public. It just may not make any 20 cents. So do some introspection. Whoever advising the commissioner, let them do it in a way that we out here could feel that there are some things you just don't fight too much in the media. Take it down, commissioner. We like you. So you have to fight for love. But do it professionally out here with people that you're criticizing. Be very careful. When I said be very careful, you know the language is something else. Be very careful so that people would get annoyed to feel that, you're fighting the wrong people. Take care out there with the language. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Because he lives, I could face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future. And life is worth the living just because he lives. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Mother. You're sounding bright and chipper.
Good morning, Sharon and her husband and her children and everybody out there. Miss Gloria, Angie, 1287. I just can't remember the number,
1285.
My darling, good morning. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Mr. Julian. Hey, let me tell you something, Bruce. My phone used to be ringing off the hook before the election. And election is gone. When I just got to watch to see my phone on or it off. If you understand what I'm saying. I just had to look to see if the phone turned off because nobody, a whole bunch of them don't call me no more. Use people conveniently. That's what I want to say. But God is good all the time. I thank the people who was very concerned about me yesterday. I wasn't really feeling sick of my body, I was sick in the mind with this spirit thing. You understand, the devil coming after me fast and furious. Last week when I was wanting to take my own life. That's to tell you how this spirit thing bothering me. When you can't talk to big people, they don't understand. And I don't know if you have gamblers anonymous in this country. But some people really need that because it is a disease. You hear?
Yeah.
And you have talking to you. Everybody talking to you. So many people, you don't want to talk to them. Nobody could correct that. But you're the ones who put gambling, like you said, that is who you're talking to. You understand? And I don't want to engage on myself, man. I have earned too much in my life and not to enjoy a little because before I go there, I have to go. Like I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, Mr. Rapura, do you know you're the last surviving gladiator? I said, I bless God for that. I want to sit there and I analyze it so that the younger than me and the God and leave me right there. So I have a purpose that Jenny said. Jenny, good morning, my darling. Jenny said we all have a gift. Well, a gift is like a talent. We all have talent that Almighty God bless us with. All for the same sex spirit, but you know what? We want someone to be the Sarapuda, someone to be Sharon Felix, someone to stay in the lane, apply your talent. My talent and my business, my voice that God bless me with, I used to sing better long ago, but I could talk to somebody and I could touch a soul and bring them guidance onto the way to the Lord. But I don't want to be Mr. Sarapuda. Don't try that. Or they'll get to the cup. Use the talent. You don't children garbage. All the parents is doctor here, doctor here. But you don't know what will come out that garbage collector. Because that's the talent. Everybody has to do something. We all have to work together. We have 5 fingers. Look at them. If God had made all those fingers, we could manage. You understand? So this one the people are feeling much, much better. Because I think it's a kind of soaking in, but God, I don't know how long it will last. So that's it. But pray for my situation. Because you know what? I could live without a husband right now because of that. But I need a husband in my life as a companion. You understand what I'm saying, Bruce?
Yeah.
That is what I'm fighting for. I don't want the next man. Me that kind of woman, man to man to man. No man will call in and call out of my house. Never. And I do not know in the old age. You understand? So people, I can't call you for your concern. Miss Clara really sings for did she sing? She called me and we had a nice conversation. Miss Clara have a good heart. But Miss Clara don't mind you if you say you're lonely. I have a husband and I just be lonely. Because he might live on the street more than in the house. So, you know, what God bless you with, darling, is the fun we have to do. So, I want to say, I'm going. You see?
Yes,
when you have nothing more to say, it's to shut your mouth. And let us pray for the country to cure this COVID thing. And all those people who sick up, pray, who heal everybody. Because this thing is not a joke. It is not a joke. And they say, oh, pray. Why is she so fearful? It is that dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And there's also an unguarded moment for every one of us. So be blessed. Stay blessed. I love you.
Love you too, darling. Take care. To the person that's calling via WhatsApp, the call keeps getting cut off by the other call. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, hey, morning.
Morning.
Ticket man, yeah.
Hey, what going on, partner?
And I'm feeling good. I hear Mr. Napuna up and moving.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Bruce, I was thinking this morning, see all these people moving with this COVID thing, right? We have the children inside. And watch the age of the people we're getting licked down. So here we're going. If they go on with that, we'll only have the pensioners remain and the little children with some of the people under 40s around. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago is here with teenagers and pensioners. We're going to end up like Japan, right? Oh God, I don't know now why. I thought when I went to school, the early childhood now, long time they call it the nursery and so forth. I know about sums. When I reached primary school was arithmetic. When I reached senior sec was maths. You understand?
Yeah.
So what time was real difficult. You understand? And we make it through. And some of the people who went to school with me in that time, we're talking about the chief magistrate, ex-chief magistrate, Mr. S. Caesar. We talking, there is lawyers. We're talking about Mr. Beckles. He's a lawyer. You understand? He's a whole set of guys who was police officer, Coast Guard, and you understand?
Yeah.
I come out in the therapist field after doing a lot of things. But the junior sec people make it. And we have people who went convent and government sec and presentation and things. Boy, there's something else, yes. So, your father ever tell you about education, I educated donkey? You ever hear that one?
I hear about that.
Right, good. Because we have a lot of them moving around right now. Okay, brother. Have a blessed day, Sharo.
You too, man. Take care.
Have a blessed one. Yeah, bye.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, again.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to Ms. Tunapuna and the way she speaks, and what she said is exactly fact. When you see, sometimes like a phone, and when somebody want to use it, they use it, you know. Everybody calling Ms. Tunapuna, calling Mano, this one, they calling that, this one, calling this. As soon as they don't get what they want, they push in a corner until time come back around again. But still, we have the love, Ms. Tunapuna. Keep it going, don't drop it. Keep it going. And so we have to move. Forget about those who forget about you, but still have them in our mind in a kind of way, because love is the answer. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You didn't say hate your neighbor. If your neighbor hates you, love your neighbor. So Mr. Tunapuna, you're going good, stay strong, and I want them to cut off part of this play business still, because people still choke. The crowd like it is comforting. They get in. What they do with the money, when they win it, I don't know. I do, because every minute they buy this boot. And because, you know, they may have nothing by the face, you know. Oh, God. All you have some, the little children watching out, all the little children see all they wearing masks, they would not wear masks. They would not, children learn what they see. Oh, God, all you live and love. Mr. Olga, good morning to you, Miss Olga. Man, and those who have forget, good morning to everybody again. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Even though your neighbor ain't love you, still love them. Your neighbor is your very close family. You live in Services Samo, and your daughter live in wherever. When something happens and you call your daughter taking 2 days to come. Your neighbor right there. Treat your neighbor nice. Bruce, good morning, Sharon.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
A very pleasant morning to you, your family, Sharon, the whole of the country, and the West Indies, by God's trust.
Yeah, man.
I just calling to let Miss Tunapuna know, and I know that she'll be very surprised. Miss Tunapuna, from myself and from my wife and myself, you know us as I love you. We always love your contribution, and we wish you the best of everything. Stay healthy and don't study nobody. We all love you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce, my brother. What's going on?
Hey, I there, cool, man. How are you?
I there, cool. I'm listening here, listen to the program, and you know, I want to tell people here what's happening. When you guys going out anywhere in the public, please, put on all your mask. This thing is not going away anytime soon. Bruce, I just talking to my, I was talking to my aunt a while ago, and this thing, listen, every day in Ontario here, when you check, it's 100 and something, 80 something, 100 and something, and this thing not going anywhere. I'm listening to the news again. I let a baby have it in the Bahamas. A nurse died 40 something years in the Bahamas. Guys, listen, the health sector is fighting this thing. But here happen, we have to be responsible too, you know.
Yeah.
We have to be responsible too. And one of the callers just said just out there, when we don't wear it, like Mano just said, when we don't wear the mask and we go on by play boot and all this kind of thing, what message are we sending to the trend? Don't wear the mask too. I know it'll be uncomfortable. I have to wear it. I have to wait when I go into work, when I get in the transport buses or the train. I have to wait because it's telling you I have to wait. It's a bylaw. When I go into work, I have to wait. It's uncomfortable when I'm in a uniform. I have to wait. Yes, it's uncomfortable. I'll be sweating in it, but I have to wait. Why do that? It's to protect me. And when I come home with my family, Trinidad and Tobago, you guys have to be, some of you guys have to be responsible. You guys want to go to a party and all kind of things. Forget the party, man. Wear a mask. And this thing is serious, boy. A very serious matter. I mean, no sun can get this thing out, you know. You know, I saw Mr. Gopi Singh had it. I'm very sorry for him, and I know I hope he get better soon to him and his family. It's a very serious matter. I don't wish this on nobody, no one, boy. Trinidad and Tobago, all be responsible now, please be responsible now. I'm watching the thing going up. It was 100 something, now it's 1,000 something. I don't want this thing to hear anything happen to anybody, because I have family living there, and I love Trinidad and Tobago, that's my country. No matter which part it is, I love my country. But I'll be responsible now, please, and keep all the mask on. This is a very serious matter. Good morning, Mr. Lapoda. For me and my family, I love you, darling. Yeah, Bruce and Sharon, all stay safe, and don't love you guys.
Amen. Bless.
Be blessed, man.
Caller, good morning.
Hello. Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, good morning, Bruce.
Hey, Olga, how are you doing?
Where yeah, boy. You listening?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me talk because I listen to the radio.
Yeah, go ahead. Listen to me on the phone.
Yeah, I find a lot of people wearing the mask under the chin. The mask is not to wear under your chin, right? And then some of my like little friends and things. Some of my friends wear right. And then when you ask some of them, you have a mask? They tell you, yeah, I want home. Like this thing is serious. You understand?
Boy.
And you hearing me?
Yeah, Olga, you go ahead. You gotta listen to me on the phone. Don't listen to the radio. The radio confusing.
I morning to Mano and morning to each and every one. And Mano saying that you must love your neighbors. I have some neighbors, it's hard to love them because they're very wicked. When I tell you they're wicked, they're wicked. You understand? So it's very, very hard to love your neighbors, as people they say. People they say that. But if you live it and you feel it, you just know it. Right? So I go on.
Yeah, man, bless.
Yeah, and I hate no one, It's just what I showed you there is the fact.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Oh, gosh, man. I had to get you. I'm doing some concrete work home now, so that's why that's had the call.
Right.
Right, so Grandy called and he tell me he ain't here for me for the longest while, but I'm kind of busy right now. But I'm listening. And I want to share everybody else's concern with this thing. Well, it's very serious. I have my sign on my gate. No mask, no entry. I put up that. So you come by me to visit me, put on your mask. Because I'm not leaving without mine either. It's carnival for me. Right? So I just want to get on to Gandhi and tell Gandhi I didn't forget him and tell him don't forget my anniversary. It's the Republic Day. And I don't know how we go celebrate it, but just to let him know. And I didn't forget him, I didn't forget you, I didn't forget Sharon and everybody else on this frequency. Right? So, but I just kind of busy these days. Right? So have a blessed day, sir.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
What I'm going to say is, this is not the view of the station and it's not the view of you, the radio host. The scripture tells you those who don't hear will feel, right? All those who want to go forward parties should die. Because I need to live. And if I don't want to just obey the health laws, all of you all should die. Because you all are coming to infect Bruce's family, Sharon's family, my family, because you all don't have no respect and no regards for life. And people have to really put the foot down with this assassinating. All those who not adhering to the laws, let them die. God, I hope you make them die. It's something bitter. But this thing's serious and people feel this thing is a joke. I need to live. Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, keep our borders closed. All you out there, let them stay. Be it who our family out there. I prefer they die and I live. Something that happened is that 1.4 million people live, then you bring in 40 to kill the 1.4 million. It don't make sense. But all that listening in this country should die. Because this thing's serious and they don't care about me, so I cannot care about them. I'm passionate about this. This thing's sad. And listen, our law enforcement, Mr. Prime Minister, all you have to do something. You know. Put some laws where all the boatmen who bring in the Venice, mash up the boatman. Hear about Westmouth. Take a gun and tear down the boatman. When the Venice see that, they will swim back to the country. You have to set an example somewhere. You know. Because those who don't hear have to feel. Listen, wonderful program. Mr. Sean Peters, good morning.
Thank you.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning. I just like to make endorse what Sister Jenny and the last and Rowdy Jr.'s last comment, and Jenny, and it's all about our inner talents. I just want to make another comment. Some people are putting the mask inside their pockets where they have money. Right? And that is really a good thing because of the filthiness of the money and the hands in which they keep it. So the extra mask they put in their pocket where there's money. So I think that is wrong. There's still a lot of taxis, drivers who are flying, especially in Port of Spain that I have seen, not wearing masks. And if they do, they just have it under their chin, like what one of the callers said, under their chin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have about 4 more minutes inside. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce, I was calling to say something about the same thing that the guy just talked about. Hearing of the masses, the mask that they use. People have this mask and they're wearing it for days. Somebody have the disposable ones, and you could see it's not a new clean mask they have on it. Dirty. Because if you're wearing a dirty mask or an infected mask, that's not making sense, you know.
So
you put it down on a chin, and so they have to run some videos on here how to take care of these masks and no matter what you're supposed to do with it. When you take it off and all these things, to wash it, how often you should wash it, because people have the cloth on and they don't think that they can put it on, take it off, put it on, take it, they have to clean it. So I think that is what they need to start some kind of informing the public about these things, because some people, I don't know where they live in or what they're thinking.
Well, you see, and the disposable one needs to be worn once and then thrown away.
So some of them, the color I see, some of them think they don't know where one, you know.
Well, it's true.
Color, yes, the color, them think they see now people face, I don't know where one, you know. So I think they need to, the government must have to, Ministry of Health, and have to start to run some ads about that. And the cloth one needs to be clean. It's not take it, put it in your hand, now take it in the pocket next day, take it off, and then put it on again. No. You have to have this, a poor thing, but when I expected the mask, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Enjoy your evening, Bruce, and the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You too, my dear. Take care. So the daily word for today is guidance. I wonder if I can get all in. Just as all of life moves forward toward the good, my life is being drawn ahead, guided by Spirit within. I pause to still and center my mind and open to a new direction. My spiritual intuition guides me along the purposeful course. I feel assured by this divine guidance. I call upon all the knowledge I need to make the choices that are mine to make. As I move in the new direction, doors of opportunity open before me. I walk through those doors with courage, trusting my heart to lead me clearly into the next step of my soul's evolution. With the guiding Spirit of God as my compass, I am fearless, my steps are sure, my heart is full, and I move ahead with confidence and resolve. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. John 8:12. So that's the time we had with you today. It was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in mind. So be safe out there, people, and please practice the protocols that are there for us to keep us safe. Ciao.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of our doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection I get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core. was the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath. You will sweat, but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent. Completely deodorizing the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I don't have to mention about this much because a lot of people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child is scraped, they have a bruise or cut, whatever you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. Alright? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer, referred to as silver gel. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use it as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine, I spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time that people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
I'm Vanessa Thomas with Tobago News at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. A release from the Tobago House of Assembly Production of Forestry and Fisheries Division states that the Scarborough Market is closed today for sanitization. The release says the market will reopen on Tuesday for usual operations. The release apologizes for any inconvenience caused. And a Tobago police officer is to be charged after he broke his quarantine. Details state that after signing the quarantine order, the officer left his home and visited popular areas including one supermarket. He was later held by police. Reports from Tobago say the officer was intoxicated when he was arrested. Tobago police are investigating. Meanwhile, the Penny Savers supermarket was closed on Saturday for sanitization. The establishment issued a release saying this was in keeping with safety measures required by the authorities. The release said Penny Savers remain transparent with all its efforts and will continue to do all in its power to keep its customers and workers safe. Finally, a Crown Point businessman was shot on Saturday evening in an attempted robbery at his business place. According to police, the man, who also operates a Playway booth, was closing his establishment when a gunman came up and demanded he hand over all the cash. The businessman refused and he was shot. He is in stable condition at the Scarborough General Hospital. Investigations are continuing. And that's a brief look at news in Tobago on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for a news update at 10 o'clock, another at 11, and major news at 12 noon. I am Vanessa Thomas. Do enjoy your morning.